Alright folks, today we're going back to 2006, a time when superhero movies were still trying to find their footing, for a look at Superman Returns, the movie that tried to bring Superman back in more ways than one. This isn't just another Superman story. Superman Returns is a direct sequel to Superman 2. Yes, that 1980 Christopher Reeve classic where Supes fought the evil Kryptonians, gave up his powers for Lois, then memory wiped her with a kiss. Yeah, that one, and we've reviewed it here on the channel. The movie opens with quite a boom. Superman, played by Brandon Routh, yes, that Brandon Routh who played Ray Palmer on a plethora of CW Arrowverse TV shows, returns to Earth after a mysterious 5-year absence, during which he visited the remains of Krypton. In that time, the world has changed. Lois Lane has a fiancé, a son, and a Pulitzer Prize-winning article titled, "Why the World Doesn't Need Superman." Ouch. Meanwhile, Lex Luthor, played by Kevin Spacey, in full bald Bond villain mode, is out of prison and up to his old schemes. He steals Kryptonian tech to grow a new continent and destroy the existing one. Classic Lex Luthor. As things escalate, Superman has to save the world, confront a new reality with Lois, and make peace with the possibility that he may have a son. It's emotional, nostalgic, and ends with quite a promise. I am always around. So here's the big thing. A lot of people missed in 2006 Superman Returns. It isn't a reboot. It isn't even a full-on sequel. It's a soft legacy sequel that acts as a spiritual and direct continuation of Superman the movie and Superman 2. Bryan Singer, who directed X-Men before this, explicitly designed it as a follow-up to Richard Donner's version. He ignored Superman 3 and 4 entirely, which is probably what should be done, meaning in this timeline, the last time we saw Superman, he had just reversed time and kissed Lois's memory away. And then bam, 5 years later, he's back. That's why Brandon Routh is styled to look like Christopher Reeve, from the parted hair to the classic suit. Marlon Brando even posthumously appears as Jor-El thanks to unused footage from the early classics. This was legacy filmmaking before that was even a trend. Superman Returns had a famously troubled development. After Superman 4 bombed in the box offices in 1987, Warner Brothers spent the 90s and early 2000s trying to resurrect the character. We almost got Superman Lives, directed by Tim Burton, starring Nicolas Cage in a black-suited emo Superman revival, and yes, that almost happened. Then came J.J. Abrams' Superman Flyby, which would have rebooted everything with Kryptonian Kung Fu. That never got off the ground. Finally, in 2004, Bryan Singer left X-Men: The Last Stand to make Superman Returns, pouring his love of Donner's original films into every frame. He brought John Ottman on to score the film using John Williams' original themes as musical DNA. Let's talk about the cast. Brandon Routh is excellent, not just as an impersonation of Reeve, but a heartfelt echo. You believe this is the same man who once made you believe a man could fly. Kate Bosworth as Lois Lane, she may be a bit controversial. She's a bit young for the role and not quite the feisty energy Margot Kidder brought. However, I do feel personally her version of Lois is just a tad bit smarter than the previous one. Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor has fun moments, but he's no Gene Hackman. This version of Lex is more mean-spirited than campy. And then there's the big twists. Lois's son, Jason, may be Superman's. It's a bold swing. Some fans loved the emotional weight it gave the story. Others thought it broke too much canon. But it definitely gave the film something different to say. Here's the deal. Superman Returns is not a typical superhero film. It's quiet, melancholic. It's about absence, longing, and legacy that threw a lot of 2000 audiences off, especially when it came out the same year as X-Men: The Last Stand and Batman Begins. It made decent money, but not super money. Warner Brothers decided instead to shelve the planned sequel and reboot the entire franchise with Man of Steel in 2013. But for fans of the classic Superman, Returns is a love letter to them. From the Fortress of Solitude to reused Brando footage to an incredible plane rescue scene, which honestly is one of the best Superman sequences ever put to film. This movie understands what made Reeves' Superman so special. He's a symbol, a hope, a quiet guardian, and in an era of snark and edge, Superman Returns dared to be sincere. Is Superman Returns perfect? No. It's too long, the pacing drags, and it left us with too many dangling threads. But it is a worthy continuation of the Reeve era. Well, what did you think of Superman Returns? Did it make you nostalgic for Reeve's Superman? Or did you wish they had gone in a bolder direction? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell because we've got more super retrospectives flying your way.